Why do some women get deeply attached, even addicted, to men who act like they don't care? At first, it looks irrational. Why would anyone chase someone who treats them like nothing? But psychology has clear answers. Let's dive into the hidden reasons behind this strange but very real pattern. In psychology, scarcity makes anything seem more valuable. When a man gives very little attention, women may subconsciously believe his love must be rare and therefore special. It's like a limited edition item because it's hard to get. The mind assumes it must be worth more. This illusion keeps many women hooked, even when they're being neglected. Here's where things get even more powerful. Men who act hot and cold create what psychologists call intermittent reinforcement. Imagine a slot machine. You never know when you'll win, so you keep playing. Similarly, when a man sometimes shows affection and sometimes withdraws, it creates a roller coaster of emotions. This unpredictability spikes dopamine in the brain, and dopamine is the same chemical linked to gambling and addiction. That's why women describe it as feeling addictive, because biologically, it is. Early experiences also shape this behavior. A woman who grew up with distant, unavailable, or inconsistent parents may unconsciously seek the same kind of love in adulthood. The brain repeats what feels familiar, even if it's unhealthy. Chasing a man who ignores her might not make her happy, but it feels like home, because it mirrors childhood patterns of trying to earn love. Another psychological factor is the idea of winning a challenge. When a man acts uninterested, some women view winning his attention as proof of their own worth. It becomes less about him and more about what it says about them. If I can make him love me, then I must be valuable. This chase turns into obsession because it feels like self-validation. Society often glorifies the idea of chasing love against all odds. Movies, songs, and even cultural narratives teach that true love is about fighting for someone who doesn't notice you. This messaging makes the unhealthy chase feel romantic, when in reality, it's more about ego than genuine connection. It's not about love, it's about proving something to yourself. Finally, this pattern is connected to what psychologists call trauma bonding. It's when cycles of neglect and small moments of kindness create a bond that feels unbreakable. The pain mixed with tiny doses of pleasure wires the brain to crave the very person who causes the hurt. That's why women often say, I know he's bad for me, but I can't let go. The good news is, it's possible to break free. Healing begins with self-awareness. Once a woman recognizes that this attachment is not love but a psychological trap, she can shift her focus toward building self-worth. Real love doesn't make you feel invisible, and it doesn't demand that you prove your value. It feels safe, steady, and mutual. So, why do women get addicted to men who act like they're nothing? The answer lies in psychology, scarcity, dopamine, childhood patterns, ego, and trauma bonding. But here's a question for you. Is this really about men, or is it about the unhealed wounds women carry with them? What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments.